Let's be real. Life isn't fair. It doesn't care about your struggles, your excuses, or that one time you tried really hard but still failed. So, what's the move? Simple. Work harder. Or, as a Viking might put it, the storm never stops, but neither do we. No one's coming to save you. Maybe that sounds harsh, but think about it. How often do we sit around waiting for things to get easier? Waiting for motivation, for the right time to start. Newsflash, that time isn't coming. Vikings didn't sit around waiting for things to get easier. They sailed through raging seas, faced impossible odds, and didn't cry when things got tough. And if you're still waiting for someone to hand you an easier path, let me be clear. It's not coming. But here's the upside. Once you stop expecting the world to care, you're free. You're no longer a slave to circumstances, excuses, or other people's opinions. Today, we're breaking down the Viking Code, a brutal yet liberating mindset that forces you to stop whining and start conquering. And, of course, we'll use Vinland Saga as the ultimate guide, because if anyone understands how to struggle, adapt, and rebuild, it's Thorfinn. And no story captures this mindset better than Thorfinn's journey in Vinland Saga. Are you ready? No? Too bad. We're starting anyway. The Viking philosophy, a world without sympathy. Life isn't a gentle breeze. It's the North Sea in winter. Unforgiving, relentless, and completely indifferent to whether or not you're ready. Picture this. It's 900 AD. You live in a harsh, frozen landscape where the only way to survive is to be really good at swinging an axe or farming like your life depends on it, because it does. Vikings didn't have a customer service line to complain when things got rough. Their entire philosophy boiled down to two choices: adapt or die. Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds kinda extreme. Yeah, well, so's life. This mindset aligns with Stoic philosophy as well. The great philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Vikings and Thorfinn understood that control isn't about avoiding hardship. It's about facing it head on. Thorfinn learns this lesson the hard way. When his father Thors is killed, nobody comes to save him. He doesn't get a revenge mentor to guide him. Instead, he's left alone, forced to fight, steal, and scrape by just to survive. Harsh? Absolutely. Is it fair? Nope. Did complaining about it help? Also nope. Necessary? Without a doubt. Ever notice how the most successful people didn't have an easy start? The ones who win in life aren't the ones who complain about bad circumstances. They're the ones who build something out of nothing. Whether it's an athlete training with zero resources or an entrepreneur growing a business from the ground up, the principle is the same. Stop looking for someone to make life fair. Instead, take control. Nobody's coming to save you. But that's the best news you'll ever hear. The truth. Nobody cares, and that's a good thing. Forget Viking raids. The most brutal thing you'll ever face is reality itself. The cold, hard truth? Nobody cares about your excuses, and that's the best thing that could ever happen to you. No one cares if you almost did something great. No one's handing out participation trophies for trying. The world moves on, with or without you. Sounds depressing? It's actually liberating. Because if no one cares about your failures, it also means no one's stopping you from succeeding. Read that again. Nobody's watching, judging, or waiting for you to fail. The pressure isn't real. It only exists in your head. That means you have the freedom to take risks, to try, to fail, and to get back up without the weight of the world on your shoulders. The only one keeping score is you. So stop acting like life is some grand performance where every mistake is a catastrophe. It's not. No one's watching that closely. And that's why you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Thorfinn wasted years thinking the world owed him something. He believed that if he could just kill Askeladd, everything would magically fall into place. Spoiler alert, it didn't. When Askeladd died, Thorfinn didn't get closure. There was no moment of triumph, just emptiness. Because while Askeladd moved on, Thorfinn had spent years trapped in a self-imposed war, one that only existed in his own head. And when the dust settled, he realized something horrifying. Nobody cared. The world didn't stop for his suffering. No one mourned his wasted years. It was up to him to either stay lost in his misery or step up and build a life worth living. His past didn't matter. His excuses didn't matter. Only his next move did. And that's the exact same choice you have right now. Think about the people who sit around waiting for the right moment, the right opportunity, the right motivation, the right circumstances. The reality, the right moment doesn't exist. Successful people don't wait, they take action. Elon Musk didn't wait for someone to invite him to build Tesla. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first TV job because she was told she wasn't fit for television. If she'd accepted that judgment, she wouldn't have built one of the most influential media empires in history. Steven Spielberg was rejected from film school 3 times. If he'd taken that as a sign to quit, we wouldn't have movies like Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, or Saving Private Ryan. They moved forward anyway, because nobody was coming to give him permission. And that's the beauty of it. No one's coming to stop you either. You don't need approval. You don't need the world to notice. You just need to start. You have 2 choices. Waste time wishing life was fair, waiting for motivation, for validation, for some magical moment that never comes. Or accept that no one cares and use that freedom to build something incredible. The world isn't waiting to see you fail, so stop acting like it is and start making moves that actually matter. Work harder, the key to growth. Vikings didn't get their ticket to Valhalla by binge-watching motivational videos. Nope. They fought tooth and nail for it. Are you ready to do the same? Want to get stronger? Lift heavier weights. Want to get smarter? Pick up a book. Yes, a real one. Want success? Put in the hours. No shortcuts. Here's the thing. Hard work is a total buzzkill. It's repetitive. It doesn't care if you're tired or feeling not in the mood, but guess what? It's the only way to get anywhere that actually matters. Thorfinn didn't magically become strong. He trained every single day. When he decided to build a life beyond violence, it wasn't easy. He spent years chopping trees, earning his freedom one swing at a time. No magic, no shortcuts, just grit. Ever wonder why some people win and others don't? It's not luck, it's not talent, it's relentless, unshakable effort. Every day, you're either working toward your future or you're falling behind. Michael Jordan didn't make his high school basketball team. J.K. Rowling got rejected 12 times before Harry Potter became a thing. Guess what those legends had in common? They didn't quit when it got tough. They doubled down and worked harder than anyone else. Here's the cold hard truth. You don't need insane talent. You don't need a stroke of luck. What you need is relentless, unshakable effort. Put in the work, and the growth will come. Just ask the Vikings. They knew a thing or two about earning their place in history. The power of solitude and self-mastery. Your biggest enemy isn't some villain in a cape somewhere out there. It's living rent-free inside your own head, sabotaging you when you're not looking. Scary, right? Most people are terrified of being alone with their thoughts. They'd rather be surrounded by distractions than face the quiet storm inside their heads. But here's the kicker. Solitude is where real growth happens. It's in the silence that you get to hear your own voice. And that's where the magic starts. Thorfinn in Vinland Saga loses everything. Family, purpose, everything. He's alone. And most people would drown in that despair. But not Thorfinn. Instead, he takes that time to rebuild. He trains. He reflects. He starts thinking about what really matters. And guess what? He becomes a different man. Solitude didn't break him. It shaped him into something stronger. Now, let's bring this back to reality. Ever notice how the people constantly glued to their phones, jumping from one distraction to the next, never seem to get anywhere? They're busy, sure, but they're not getting better. Greatness doesn't come from drowning in noise. It comes from the ability to shut everything out and focus on the work at hand. Here's the deal. Learn to be comfortable being alone. Learn to tune out the distractions and focus on mastering yourself. That's where true strength is forged, not in the chaos, but in the quiet moments when you're forced to face who you really are. And trust me, that's the kind of strength that lasts. Adaptability, the ultimate Viking skill. What made the Vikings terrifying wasn't just their brute strength. It was their ability to adapt. They didn't just conquer by swinging axes. They did it by adjusting to any challenge thrown at them. Most people think success is about having one foolproof plan and sticking to it. That's a fast track to failure. Life isn't predictable. No battle goes exactly as planned. The real key to strength? Adaptability. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." In other words, stop expecting things to go your way and start learning how to pivot when they don't. Thorfinn spent years thinking revenge was his only path. When that collapsed, he had two choices: adapt or be lost forever. Instead of giving up, he learned to farm, to negotiate, to build something new. He didn't just change his path, he rebuilt himself from the ground up. Think about athletes who suffer career-ending injuries. The ones who succeed don't sit around mourning what they lost. They find a new way forward. Kobe Bryant became a storyteller. Michael Jordan went into business. They adapted, and they thrived. Here's the reality. Things will go wrong. You will fail. But if you can pivot, learn, and keep going, you'll always come out on top. The Vikings knew it. Thorfinn mastered it. Now it's your turn. The Viking plan for unstoppable strength. All right, let's cut to the chase. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to hand you success. In the world, it moves on whether you're ready or not. Stop expecting sympathy. Life is tough, but so are you. Want to be strong? Take responsibility. Want success? Outwork your excuses. Effort beats talent every single time. Want growth? Learn to love discomfort. Struggle isn't the enemy. Stagnation is. Be okay with solitude. True strength is built when no one's watching. The Vikings didn't wait for the perfect time. They forged themselves in the chaos. And Thorfinn? He didn't stay trapped in his past. He carved a new path with his own two hands. Life isn't just storms. It's waves. Some days are calm. Some days are rough. The key? Learn to sail through both, because no matter what comes your way, you're built to rise again. Now, get out there, conquer, build, win. Nobody cares. Work harder.